This is Chris and James from State of Fear Podcast. When you find a new podcast that covers the areas of supernatural, the paranormal, or true crime, are you often disappointed to find that it covers the same subjects you've heard about again and again?
Yeah, when it comes to the world of podcasting, do you really think you've heard it all? Probably, but not here.
Every Friday, we go from state to state to uncover unusual or horrifying stories that often tend to fly under the radar of those other podcasts. What stories, you might ask? Well, have you ever heard of Iowa's exorcism of Emma Schmidt? Or the murder of 13-year-old Bruce Kim in Washington? How about the strange deaths at Hobbs Reservoir in northern Utah? Or South Dakota's duct tape killer?
That's not enough for you? How about the South Carolina Third Eye Man? Oklahoma's Abominable Chicken Man? What about the Devil Monkeys in New Hampshire? Or the Rougarou of Louisiana? Well, we've covered all of these and much more, and this was just the first season.
Now that we have your attention, allow us to play some clips to further stimulate your interest. In February 1977, a 24-year-old man named Stephen Kubacki was cross-country skiing through the snow near Lake Michigan. Once he reached the edge of the lake, he took his skis off to sit down and rest. When he got up to leave, his own tracks were gone and he became lost.
Damn.
The last thing he remembers was walking through the snow, feeling numb and exhausted. He then blacked out. In the blink of an eye, it was spring.
What?
Yeah, and let me repeat that. In the blink of an eye, it was spring. The next person to see the man in silver was a university police officer who came across the remains of two mutilated chickens on the loading docks behind the Long Street Theater. Thinking it was a fraternity prank gone bad, the officer called it in from his patrol car. When he returned to the loading dock, he came upon a rather terrifying sight. On the dock was the man in silver eating the chicken remains that were left there earlier. One evening in 1984, Lana was in bed and sat up to turn off her light. However, she heard a scratching on the French window panes in her room. She drew back the curtain and screamed loudly as she glimpsed a pale, white, sickly face of what looked like a man. But not a man. It had white, pale skin, greenish yellow eyes with red on the outside and ugly teeth. Hey, I think it was a dude from Poltergeist.
That's what I was going to say, Reverend Kane.
Sounds like Kane, yeah.
Yeah.
Of about 1.5 meters, wore black or navy blue clothing with turtleneck shirts and helmets. Very dapper.
I love it.
That's great.
Oh, shit.
According to Simonton, they looked Italian and to be about...
Yo, what's up, man?
And to be about 25 to 30 years old. One of the beings stepped out and handed Simonton a silver, two-handled thermos-type jug and indicated he wanted it to be filled with water, which Simonton did. He returned the jug to him.
I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
That's fine.
Man. That's fun. I'm just here. Hey, yo, man, can you fill this up for us, eh?
Yeah,
you mind, man? Yeah, thank you, man.
I think my thermostat, my radiator's low.
That's right.
He returned the jug to the man and, quote, looked into the saucer. He saw a man cooking, quote unquote, cooking on some kind of flameless cooking appliance, probably a George Foreman grill. The quote unquote chef, who had red stripes on his pants, gave Simonton 4 hot pancakes. So, is your morbid curiosity piqued? Well, follow us anywhere you get your podcast to hear all about the lesser known, but just as frightening tales of murderers, demonic possessions, and silver-suited chicken eaters that you never ever knew existed.
State of Fear Podcast, where terror is homegrown.